If everyone can please rise as we welcome our degree candidates. Be seated. Hello and welcome to the School of Global Studies hooding ceremony to honor the spring 2022 Master of Science in Global Studies degree candidates. Thank you for being with us tonight as we celebrate these 7 students' accomplishments and look forward to the impact they will undoubtedly have as they embark on the next chapter of their lives as global problem solvers. We will begin our ceremony with a few opening remarks from the Associate Provost and Dean of the School of Global Studies and Partnerships, Dr. Randy Kluver.
Thank you, Kara, and thank you all. In case you're wondering, I just forgot my hat. It's in the back, so aren't you glad you trusted your children with me? So I am Randy Kluver. It's my privilege to serve as the Associate Provost and Dean of the School of Global Studies and Partnerships. And we're exceptionally proud of our students who are graduating today. We're very grateful for the presence of the family and friends who have arrived and come so far to be a part of this very special day. We very much like the program that we have here, and we think that your students have benefited greatly from it. To the students, I'm so grateful for your accomplishments. You started this program under COVID protocols, and you're finishing in the midst of what can politely be called a global mess. You've seen a lot in your 2 years here. You've endured the global pandemic. This last year, of course, this last semester, the Wes Watkins Center has been transformed into Afghan Central. And you guys have gracefully accepted and gone along and been a part of all of that. And so we're very, very grateful to have you here. I do want to recognize our special guests tonight, members of the School of Global Studies and Partnerships Advisory Board, Ambassadors Board, Tom and Sue Bennett, as well as Don and Meredith Garner back here. I'd also like to recognize Dr. Carl Rich, the Director of the Masters in International Agriculture Program. So thank you all for being here tonight. We will begin tonight's event with a presentation of the Iranian and Persian Gulf Studies medals. As you might know, the School of Global Studies and Partnerships is the host of a very strong program in Iranian and Persian Gulf Studies, which was set up several years ago in 2016, thanks to a generous gift from the Farzaneh Family Foundation. The IPGS program at Oklahoma State University is a little bit different from Iranian studies programs around the nation, and that we do not focus on the literature, art, or language of Iran, but rather we focus on solving global issues. And we're very proud of the faculty from across Oklahoma State University who participate in this program. This year, we're honored to award 3 endowed positions, but I think only 2 of our endowed chairs have come, and this is our first opportunity to acknowledge them, although they've had their chairs for some time. So, as I call your name, please come to the stage so that I can present you with your IPGS medal. Dr. Hamid Golizadeh. Dr. Golizadeh is an assistant professor in the Department of Geography. He's also co-director of the Center for Applications of Remote Sensing and recently engaged in research using high-resolution satellite imagery to map the biodiversity of the Hyrcanian Forests, a UNESCO World Heritage Site located on the southern coast of the Caspian Sea in Iran. Dr. Golizadeh is his role within the IPGS program is to really study sustainability and climate change in the Iranian-Persian Gulf region. So Golizadeh, Dr. Golizadeh, please join me. Thank you very much. Dr. Ali Murchi. Dr. Murchi is an assistant professor in the Department of Biosystems and Agricultural Engineering. His research focuses on water resource planning and management, hydrologic engineering, and systems modeling to inform resource management frameworks and derive policy insights that promote sustainability. He recently has conducted peer-to-peer research as part of the IPGS professorship. This article has been featured in nationwide press, and last year he won the UC OWR Early Career Award for Applied Research from the University's Council on Water Resources. So we're very proud of your work, Dr. Murchi, on resource management in Iran. It's still me. I'm sorry. At this time, I would like to welcome a special guest to the stage to address the Spring 2022 Global Studies degree candidates. Sue Bennett, in addition to being on the ambassador board, the advisory board for the School of Global Studies and Partnerships, is the executive vice president, director of marketing and investor relations, and founding officer at First Oklahoma Bank. Over the years, Sue has served and been involved with many church, charitable, civic, and political organizations, as well as international work with orphans in Russia and assisting Afghans immigrating to the United States. She is an ambassador for our school. In 1998, she was recognized as one of the 50 women in Oklahoma who are making a difference by the Oklahoma Journal-Record. She graduated from OSU in 1974 with a bachelor's degree in sociology. One of Sue's passions has been serving Russian orphans for the past 21 years. She and her husband are actively involved with Orphans Tree International, a nonprofit organization that supports ministry centers in 4 different regions in Russia. The nonprofit focuses on addressing the physical, emotional, educational, and spiritual needs of young people at the critical time when they age out of orphanages and begin the transition to independent living. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Sue Bennett.
Well, first I'd like to say thank you for your generosity of spirit and work at the Global Studies and Partnerships. Dr. Kluver, you are truly inspiring and your light shines brightly. You're an example to all of us, and may God continue to bless you in this place.
There you go.
Okay.
And so they say those nice things about me.
I'll add to it. First of all, of course, we want to thank the faculty and staff, proud parents, relatives, and friends who came out today to lend their support to the super fantastic graduating class of 2022. Let's give them a hand. Delivering a hooding speech is a great responsibility, or so I thought. As I reflected upon my own graduation, Richard Nixon, the President of the United States of America, was my commencement speaker. Reflecting on his speech has helped me in writing mine. Turns out that I can't remember a single word he said. But with this liberating discovery, I feel confident that anything that I say will not influence you to abandon your promising careers in global studies. If I say anything that you remember, we both win. What we are celebrating today is significant. Just to make it here, to this ceremony, to be able to graduate with this honor, I know you are smart and disciplined and dedicated. You have persevered through a lot of hard work and frustration, blood, sweat, tears, disappointments, deadlines, and you made it. As I look at the similarities, between your time at OSU and my time in terms of the issues that we cared about back then, they're not all that different. We were involved in causes like climate change, civil rights, women's rights, global issues, and a war. We were, all of these remain today. We made a little bit of progress, but there's a lot of progress left for you to do. Not long after I graduated, we were in a recession with 11% interest and gas prices skyrocketing. Sound familiar? But the differences between our college experiences are dramatic. You are the very first true digital generation. On the other hand, we didn't even have the internet because Al Gore hadn't invented it yet. But you're one click away from anything you can ask or imagine. You have computers, cell phones, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, and thank the Lord, Amazon. But you have lived through a worldwide pandemic and still completed your studies. And I think that is unbelievably amazing. So it's safe to say that there's plenty of room at the top for courageous and creative students like you. With the values and skills that this outstanding university has taught you and the opportunities that you took advantage of while you were here, there will be no problem with you plugging into a job that utilizes your skills. So, in the short amount of time that we have together, I just want to share 3 important lessons that I learned after I graduated. Since you are graduating now, I won't have a chance to give you a quiz, but hopefully one of these lessons will resonate with you. So for those that like to take notes, I have 3 bullet points. 1, know who you are and why you're here. 2, find and follow your spiritual North Star. And 3, make a life by giving in service to others. Point number 1. Admiral William Stockdale was a vice presidential candidate. At his first and only debate, he opened his remarks with 2 questions. Why am I here? And who am I? Likely you've never heard of him, and most Americans hadn't either. But maybe you have heard of Saturday Night Live. I'm looking at faces, and they're saying, okay, good. Saturday Night Live had a heyday with this guy by characterizing him as a bumbling old man who was out of touch with reality, asking everyone, everywhere he went, who am I and why am I here? When in fact, those 2 questions are truly profound. It's critically important to know who you are at the core of your being and why you are here. With so many voices in your head competing for attention, you have to determine who you're listening to in order to understand who you are and why you're here. It is said that spiritually evolved people, by virtue of answering these 2 questions, are people of extraordinary competence and purpose. In their competence, they are called to serve the world, and in their love, they answer the call. As you're thinking about what comes next, it's good to understand that sometimes things don't turn out the way you planned. Disappointment and failure happens to all of us. The first line in Scott Peck's book, The Road Less Traveled, is, life is difficult. And that's the truth. But once you experience and accept the fact that life is difficult, the difficulties of life no longer matter. You can handle it. Many of my friends took very different paths than what they thought they would take when sitting in the same seats you all are today. Not everyone found their new jobs as fulfilling and satisfying that they had hoped, as they had hoped, and even some of them had really good titles, money, and accolades. The key to finding purpose and meaning in your vocation is finding your spiritual North Star. So, point 2, how do you find your spiritual North Star? For me, it was getting my priorities straight. Imagine taking a blank sheet of paper and on the top line, write this question: who am I and what is my story? Just start listing things in your mind. It doesn't matter what the order is or how varied, but just try to, in a way, combine or connect them to what you might be doing in the future. As I was sitting in your seat as a new graduate, my story would have been something like this. I'm the first person in my family to get a college education. My mother died when I was 5 years old, and my father remarried several times. I was an unlikely scholar, troubled and traumatized from growing up in an abusive and dysfunctional home, which required my brother and I to live in foster care. But somewhere along the way, I realized that getting an education was my ticket out of poverty. I didn't have a roadmap for what successful life looked like. I was so nervous just trying to make it. But then I found something important. I found my spiritual North Star and became a Christian right here at OSU. I began to develop new principles and values to live by, and as I began to change the way I thought about the world, my life started to change. I know that my life experience is not unique, but for those of you who have ever had to struggle in life, I want to let you in on a little secret. You're going to make it. You're going to be successful, and you're going to make a difference, although you may not be able to see it right now. When you start to make the connections between your past, who you are, and your future, you get a glimpse of the purpose of your work. Your past does not define you. It doesn't define who you are, right? It doesn't. It actually makes you stronger and gives you the skills and perspectives that you will need in the future. When I consider the difficulties of my childhood, what I once viewed as a curse, I now see as a blessing that has uniquely qualified me to work with vulnerable people. The first time I ever went to Russia, some 20-some years ago, I was asked to share a part of my story with the orphans. To my surprise, there was a long line of kids waiting for me so they could share their stories with me because they thought I could understand them. At that moment, I realized that my past and my future had connected, and I was given a bigger purpose in life. I've never felt more alive or known why I'm on this earth than when I'm serving the poor, the immigrants, the homeless, and teenage orphans in Russia. Last point. Take out another piece of paper in your mind, and on this one write, why am I here? What's my purpose? Well, your purpose in life should not be about mundane things, like buying a fancy car, buying a beautiful watch, or a second home in Carmel. No, the more things that you strive to accumulate, the more cluttered your life becomes, the more stressed you feel, and you begin to realize your possessions possess you. You can have all the money in the world and be completely unhappy. I know what you're probably thinking is, boy, I'd like to be unhappy like that, at least for a little while. But really, trust me, life is not about possessions. It's about people and how you can help them along the way. You must discover this truth for yourself. You are not what you own, but what God wants to give you. And God wants to give you love to be shared with others. I am told that there has been extensive research that the earth is not the center of the universe, and neither are you or me. We're supposed to grow out of our childhood narcissistic worldview. Part of maturity is coming to understand that we are not here simply to meet our own needs and seek our own happiness. We are here to connect with others and help meet their needs and make this world a better place. Remember, you make a living by what you get, but you make a life by what you give in service to others. And in doing so, you find joy and fulfillment. Mother Teresa said she was called to be faithful, not to be successful, and I think she was right. Success will follow faithful people. This kind of deep soul searching doesn't happen overnight, yet it builds something that will last for the rest of your life, and that is your spiritual star. It's your principles, and it's the values that you will live by. I encourage you to take time to meditate apart from the things that distract you from your daily obligations. Check your compass frequently. That little red needle on the compass always points north. No matter how much you toss or turn or zig or zag, it's always pointing us in the direction in which we should go. So we should follow it. Once you do the work of prayer and meditating, you will know the purpose behind the work that you do. So here we are. The road is wide open ahead of you, full of infinite opportunities and wonder. However, there is no straight path to success or purpose. It's a crooked road, filled with weeds and rocks. My husband calls this transition a season of closure, the in-between time, and beginning anew. It's like you're stepping off of a curb of being a full-time student and trying to make it to the other side to begin anew. But there's this in-between part of uncertainty and anxiousness of trying to dodge traffic and not get run over. For example, one time I was in Vietnam and I was trying to cross a very busy street with no stoplights, hundreds of motor scooters, buses, cars, all zooming by. I stepped off of the curb and took a deep breath and fell in behind a tall man who was walking briskly across to the other side, repeating in a loud voice, "Hail Mary, Mother of God, have mercy on me." And I don't think he was Catholic. But whether or not you're the tall man leading others to the other side of the street, sometimes you just have to take a deep breath and go. By the grace of God, you will get to the other side where you're supposed to be. Graduates, you are at one of the most exciting times in your life. Your hard work is paying off and you're ready. We need your intellect, creativity, courage, and discipline to make long-term solutions to global studies, global issues, just exactly what you've been studying about for the last 2 years. We need you to create bridges of understanding between cultures of people that would empower them to work effectively together. This is your world now. You're the new sheriffs in town, and I'm sure that there will be changes made with your knowledge and your expertise. I want you to remember that spiritually evolved people, by virtue of knowing who they are and why they are here, have found their North Star and live by the principles that they have learned. They make a living by what they give in service to others. You, my friends, are people of extraordinary competence. In your competence, you will be asked to serve the world. And in your love, please answer the call. Tom and I want to follow your careers and your service. We want to keep in touch with you, and may God bless you and your families. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
And this is for you
Oh, my
also.
goodness. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you very much, Sue, for your very wise words. The Student Association of Global Affairs, referred to as SAGA, is the student-run organization at OSU dedicated to fostering activities that complement students' coursework related to international topics and promoting the School of Global Studies mission across OSU's campus. SAGA has an elected executive team, and every year we invite the president of SAGA to address the graduating class. At this time, I would like to welcome the 2021-2022 SAGA President, Alex Adams.
Thank you very much, Kara. And thank you to all of the friends, family, faculty, staff that have gathered here tonight to celebrate the School of Global Studies and Partnerships Spring 22 graduates. And graduates, look at us. Who would have thought? Whether you've been here for a year, 2 years, or however long Terrence has been here, tonight marks a momentous occasion for us. After many tears, which mainly came from Dr. Schoeneman's research class, and late nights, which mainly came from SAGA social events, we can finally say that we have another very expensive piece of paper and hopefully a little bit of knowledge about the affairs of our world under our belt. While I'm incredibly honored to have been invited to give this speech, I must admit that writing this rivaled my thesis in difficulty, and that was not easy. Ask my friends, I complained about it the entire time. My first thought was, oh no, how do I write a speech? And my second thought was, oh no, what do I say? So I did what a graduate student does when you keep getting errors in your coding. I Googled it. And the first thing that came up was 7 creative graduation speech ideas that will get you a standing ovation. I mean, a standing ovation is a little excessive, isn't it? I just wanted to be able to look out into the crowd and not see anyone asleep or yawning. The ideas it gave me were as follows: overcoming adversity, dream big, never stop trying and learning, believe in yourself, embrace failures, the power of positive thinking, and dealing with change. And while all of those sentiments are great and valid and true, I think the author may have lied in the title, because nothing about these is creative or deserve a standing ovation. So I decided to take a different route. I started thinking about writers, philosophers, world leaders, and other people that inspire me. And I came across one that has quotes that fit just about every situation, whether you're happy or sad or feeling a little petty. So instead of droning on about 7 cliche themes to make your life better, I'll keep it short and sweet and just tell you 5 words of advice from this writer that I feel are inspirational, applicable, and hopefully better than the results that Google gives you. Additionally, I think they're all things that we can do better by. First, life offers us no compasses, no matter how much we want one or think it will keep us on the straight and narrow path to success, happiness, money, or anything that we desire. Instead, all we are offered is something that is wondrous, mystical, and finite. To accomplish the things that we want, life offers us time. And it's something that we can never get back, that we have to use wisely. Instead of settling for the status quo, aim high, make mistakes, and take hold of the life that you can't stop dreaming about. I think that this is one of the things that my time in grad school has really instilled in me, that I'm allowed to change my mind, that I don't have to settle, and that you're capable of it whether you're 23 or 33 or 63 or 93. Don't compromise on your dreams for a life that is easy but doesn't set your soul on fire. It is never too late to change your course or climb back up the cliff that you may have fallen down or to be entirely brand new. Second, and this one's really short, don't get lost in petty things. Believe me, I understand that people and tasks and situations can be really trying, but when others aim low, just choose to walk away. Your peace is a very expensive commodity, so don't give it away for free. Your nemesis will defeat themselves before you get the chance to swing. Third, never be so polite that you forget your power. However, don't wield such power that you forget to be polite. If you're in this program, there's a good chance that you aspire to make a positive change in the world. Do good for the sake of doing good. Use your newfound knowledge to create a more equitable future, to plant trees whose shade you will never enjoy. With knowledge, you gain great power, and with great power comes great responsibility. Fourth, Nothing safe is worth the drive. Safe choices aren't fulfilling, and fulfilling choices aren't safe. Take risks, make mistakes, jump and learn on your way down. Be fearless. Being fearless in the face of the unknown is not about the absence of fear, but to have fears and doubts and living in spite of those things that scare you to death. I know this may come off as cliche, but we've all chosen to be fearless, to take risks. We chose a risk when we left our homes, some of those which are across the globe, to pursue a master's degree. And just think of the opportunities that taking that risk has presented you. If you're anything like me, you came into this experience excited and absolutely terrified. But SGSP has given me an amazing education, incredible experiences, and friends that I love more than life itself. Instead of staying comfortable, I chose to jump and learn on the way down, and because of that, I've had the best 2 years of my life. My fifth and final point. People will throw bricks at you, metaphorically, hopefully not physically. They will see the amazing work that you're doing and the accomplished person that you're becoming, and instead of cheering you on, they'll see your shine and they'll want to diminish it. So instead of worrying or going home or giving up, use those bricks to build a castle. Use those bricks to create someone that no one can take away from you. Use those bricks to build a better version of yourself. You might have to dance on your own or make the moves up as you go, but it'll be all right, because at the end of the day, no one can take away the fire, the skills, knowledge, or uniqueness that makes you, you. I'll cut it off there so we can get a move on with the show, and I hopefully that wasn't too long or dreadfully mind-numbing. Just in case you haven't already figured it out and are wondering who that wonderful writer and philosopher I reference is, I would just like each of y'all to know that each of these points is a Taylor Swift song. Never underestimate her ability to write deeply personable but yet relatable lyrics, and never underestimate my ability to bring her music up in every conversation. Thank you for letting me drone up here. Global Studies graduates, congratulations. Now go and do impossible things.
Hello, thank you for being here. My name is Jamie Fullerton. I'm the Director of Academic Programs at the School of Global Studies, and I'm also a professor in public diplomacy, and I'm just so excited. It's always a wonderful time of the year when we graduate our students. I want to take a point of privilege while I'm standing here to thank both Sue Bennett, who delivered such a wonderful message, and I've heard a lot of graduation speeches, lots. I've taught for 25 years. And so I think that I'm on to about 50, and that was one of the best I have ever heard, and I really, really appreciate it. And Alex, you did a great job. And I mean, who knew Taylor Swift was so wise? I'm standing here because it's my privilege and honor to present our outstanding student. Every semester, the faculty and Kara and I get together and select one student that we believe exemplifies the qualifications to be our outstanding student. Good GPA, service in the field, scholarly achievements, and a drive to think critically about global issues. This is always a really hard decision. But this year, we believe we've identified one student that exemplifies all these characteristics. So, I will tell you that the outstanding student for the School of Global Studies Fall 2022 is Miss Delina Abadi. Delina, if you'd like to join me here, I want to let you know that I first met Delina Abadi about 3 years ago when she was still an undergraduate in Wisconsin. She came to Stillwater for a few days to visit, and she turned up in my public diplomacy class. From the start, she fit right in. Everybody just loved her. I was so impressed with her intelligence, poise, energy, so much enthusiasm, and this great big smile packed into a very small package. It was impressive. Delina is originally from Ethiopia, which has been suffering through a terrible civil war. And I know that that war has touched Delina personally. But she did not let these personal tragedies keep her from her studies. She excelled at OSU and finished with a perfect 4.0 GPA. Come on over here, Delina. I wanted to say she didn't only impress me with her big smile, but she is a serious and focused student. She has worked with an Oxford University professor to gather field data in her home country. She's also been working in the dean's office, which is no easy task. So it is without hesitation that I present Delina Abadi as this year's most outstanding student. And I have a plaque. If you'd like to say something, you may. But you don't have to take your photo.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
She's right over here. No, either way.
Here, we'll get one together. Good one. Hello. Okay. If you'd like to say something, you may, but you don't have
I'm totally speechless right now.
to. Okay.
I really don't know what to say besides thank you. This was unexpected, so yeah.
Great.
A lot of emotions right now.
Well deserved, Delina.
Thank you. Thank you.
At this time, we will recognize our degree candidates by hooding each of them to signify their success in completing the Master of Science in Global Studies. As they leave the stage, they will receive 3 gifts, 2 from the Global Studies School of Global Studies and Partnerships. One is a copy of Wes Watkins' biography titled Making Things Better, and a School of Global Studies branded passport cover that hopefully each of you will use a lot. The third gift is a personal gift from Sue Bennett, which is a compass that hopefully each of you can use as you embark on this next chapter. Our first student is Alex Adams. Alex is from Princeton, Texas, and received her Bachelor of Science in Animal Science from OSU. Alex completed a thesis titled Too Many Cooks in the Kitchen, a comprehensive comparison of NGO spending and development of Nepal. She presented her research at the Midwest Political Science Association annual conference in Chicago. Her future plans are to travel the world as much as possible and work in a social impact and sustainable development role. Alex is being hooded by Dr. John Schoeneman. Bowen Pawsey. Bowen is from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and earned his Bachelor of Arts in International Development and History from the University of Guelph. During his time in the School of Global Studies, Bowen worked as a graduate assistant in the Global Scholars Living Learning Program. He completed an internship with Rennie Group, a real estate marketing and consultancy company, researching the housing supply and population changes in metropolitan cities to identify areas that are underserved. Bowen is being hooded by Dr. Jamie Fullerton. Delina Abadi. Delina is from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and earned her Bachelor of Arts in International Relations from Lawrence University in Appleton, Wisconsin. During her time in the program, Delina served as a research consultant at the Refugee Studies Center at the University of Oxford and published articles about the response to crisis migration in Uganda and Ethiopia. She is a member of Pi Beta Delta Honorary Society and received the Milbourne Endowed Fellowship. Delina is being hooded by Dr. John Schoeneman. Diana Lopez Valderrabano. Diana is from Mexico City and earned her international bachelor's degree in hospitality management from Universidad Padre de Mexico. During her time in the program, Diana was the Student Association of Global Affairs Vice President. She also completed a graduate certificate in nonprofit management. She is completing her Master of Science in Global Studies as an UPIAP dual degree student in Marketing and Management. Diana is being hooded by Dr. Jamie Fullerton. John Omish. John is from Oman, Jordan, and earned his Bachelor of Arts in International Relations from Oral Roberts University. During his time in the program, John interned for the Tulsa Global Alliance, working with international visitors in the Sister Cities organization, and Home with Refugees, a refugee settlement nonprofit agency where he coached community teams on how to welcome newly arrived refugee families. John is being hooded by Dr. Jamie Fullerton. Larissa Duncan. Larissa is from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and earned her Bachelor of Arts in Global Studies from OSU. Larissa served as the secretary of the Student Association of Global Affairs. In the summer of 2021, she interned for a humanitarian organization in Colombia aiding Venezuelan refugees. She is an Air Force ROTC cadet and will be commissioned into the Air Force tomorrow as an intelligence officer. Larissa is being hooded by Dr. Jamie Fullerton. Terrence Fields. Terrence is from Pawnee, Oklahoma, and earned his Bachelor of Arts in Political Science from the University of Central Oklahoma. During his time in the program, he attended George Washington University as part of the Semester in Washington Native American Political Leadership Program. Terrence has also interned with the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues, Dean of the House, Congressman Dong Young, and Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. He is working for the National Congress of American Indians, helping them implement their tribal food sovereignty initiatives, as well as serving in his tribe's constitutional committee. Terrence is being hooded by Dr. John Schoeneman. Let's give one final round of applause for all of our graduates and their amazing work.
Well, again, congratulations to all of our students. We're unbelievably proud of you. We want to hear from you. We want to hear about your careers as you move on. Thank you for making Oklahoma State University a richer place. As I hear your stories, as I hear from you, as I've gotten to know you the last 2 years, I'm exceptionally proud of the fact that you chose a program whose slogan is, how will you change the world? You didn't choose OSU for the prestige. You didn't choose OSU because of the great salary you're going to make. We hope you do make a salary, by the way. But you chose it because you wanted to make a difference, and we're grateful for you for being here. You've enriched our lives. You've enriched the university. I'd like to thank the family members, the friends who have also here tonight. For many of you, it's hard to send your children someplace else. It's hard to send them away. You've entrusted your children's lives with us. We hope we've honored that. We hope they've come away a better person. Thank you all for being here tonight.
This concludes the School of Global Studies hooding ceremony. We hope that you're able to stay and visit and enjoy food and drinks for a while longer before making your way to Gallagher-Iba Arena for the Graduate College Commencement Ceremony. Again, thank you for being here tonight.